name is Erin Willemstein. My major is communications in the McMicken, and I am a fourth year.
And are you minoring in Asian studies?
I have a certificate.
Certificate, okay. And so tell us, where did you visit, and what help did you get from the faculty and staff at UC?
I visited Japan, more specifically Tokyo and the Aichi Prefecture near Nagoya. To prepare for it, we were already second-year Japanese students, so at that time I had around a year and a half of the Japanese language. My teachers were the ones who informed me of the Kakehashi Project that was presented to us. All my class applied, almost all of us got into it, and in preparation we had already studied the culture in between learning lessons in my Japanese class, and a lot of us were already interested in the country beforehand. So we kind of had prior knowledge before going, but we also were still in the process of learning from our teachers.
How long were you there?
We were there for around 10 days.
10 days, okay. And what did you do before going to Japan to prepare?
I tried to look into what the everyday life was, just like a traditional thing, what you would do. Taking off your shoes when you enter the house was a huge thing, because, you know, that's kind of not very good, especially when you're going into a temple or shrine. That's really big. Going into onsens, just what you would do to do that, what to pack exactly, what not to pack. We kind of had little meetings beforehand with Fujioka sensei about that. It was kind of those little things. It wasn't anything big, because a lot of us had studied abroad before, some of us hadn't, so it was kind of split in two. So some of us were helping everybody else, trying to figure out what to do, while we were trying to figure out what to do. So it was a little half and half, but we had each other to kind of help each other out in that sort of aspect.
This wasn't your first time?
No, I had done something like this with a faculty-led trip before, back in Germany. So I've been to Europe, and then I've also been to Japan as well.
What was the most challenging thing during your stay, and what was the most enjoyable thing also?
I want to say the most challenging thing was just remembering what you should and shouldn't do. The proper etiquette, like I said, taking off shoes was a huge thing. It was hard to remember to take them off and put them back on in a formal manner. Also, it was kind of hard with the language barrier, just because we hadn't really experienced talking to Japanese people other than our senseis before, and the way that they spoke and the dialect was a lot different than what we were used to. Tokyo dialect versus a dialect in Aichi Prefecture was very different than what we were normally used to, and from what we've been told, the dialect we've learned is more southern Japan versus the northern. So when we were in Tokyo, it was a lot different, visiting the universities and stuff like that. That was kind of the most difficult part of going to Japan, was that kind of language barrier. It wasn't much there, but we weren't that far into our Japanese class to be like fluent, absolutely. So we kind of stumbled a little bit, which was hard for us because we wanted it to be perfect, but we kind of went with it.
So what advice do you have for UC students who want to study in Asia?
The advice that I would give is don't be afraid to go just because of any time difference or just because it's so far away. It's really a fun experience. When I went, we were doing an ambassador program, and that helped build a bridge between America's generation and Japan's younger generation. I came back knowing more Japanese friends from university in the Aichi Prefecture. I still talk to them. It's really fun, and I can't wait to see them again when I go study abroad in the summer. I'm going to Chiba University, and so I would recommend don't be afraid of it. And if you want to do it, and if that's something you absolutely want to do, go for it. Because you may have the best time of your life. Almost everyone I know says you should go study abroad, because it's a good experience for your college, it's good on your resume, and it's just really fun.
Absolutely.